Good afternoon. It is I bring it every day with Kelly, and I'm Kelly, and I'm here for Food Friday. So welcome in. I have some people. Yay! So I have yes. All right. So hi, sis Kelly. I bring it every day. That's Katrina's Crochet World. Welcome in. I appreciate you coming in today. So this is going to be I'm not going to say a lecture, but I got some hot, fast food news off of the news media today, which I thought might be interesting. So anyway, I am here to talk a little bit about that, and then we had a late lunch, so I'm just going to be juicing for dinner. I think that's what I'm doing, and a little bit of salad, but nothing fancy today. All right, so welcome in, Katrina. Let's put that in there. I see we got somebody else. Oh, we got Linda. Hey. Oh, interesting. Yes, because this whole food thing has been really interesting over the last, I would say, 20 years or 30 years. I think they said since the 80s, that food has gotten very interesting and strange. And I'll talk a little bit about that. Yeah. So there's Linda. Hey, let's see. Yeah. Well, interesting. Yes. So I think there's some things that, you have a young child, and I would say I have some pretty good, I think it's good advice that if I had a younger child today, I would say, I would think about that. So anyway, something to think about. Hey, Linda. And then we got Joy Reynolds speaking to everybody. Good to see you. Yeah. Saying hello. Everyone saying hello, hello, and hello. So anyway, so here's the thing, and I'll just go back a little bit, just talking about my experience. So I noticed that when I was in school, actually, I lived with a lot of people that had, I would say, eating disorders, and I'm no doctor, but I kind of diagnosed them as such. And the reason why I say this is I came from people who grew up in the Depression. So I lived with my grandparents and my mom. And the thing that's interesting is people that grew up in the Depression, like almost overate just because I think they were making up for the time that they were hungry. And the one story that I can tell you is that my grandmother would always say, I don't know if it was her mother or her grandmother, somebody in her family would only give her half a chicken wing. Now, you know how small chicken wings can be. There's no meat, very little meat on them. And she said she was always hungry and wanted more. And I said, yeah, half a chicken wing is pretty measly, no matter what size you are or what age or whatever. It's not enough food, right? But then when so I always ate like a nice, what I would call a balanced meal. And we sort of followed that whole FDA thing where it was like, okay, you have a starch, a meat, a vegetable, something to drink, usually milk or water. And then that was it. Right. And then also, growing up, like most people of a certain age, boxed cereals were the healthy, breakfast food. Right. So, every day you ate a bowl of cereal. And now, of course, the bowl of cereal is very interesting. You really had to look at the size of the bowl of cereal. And on the back of the box of cereal, it would say, eat like I think it would be like a half a cup of cereal, a half a cup of milk. And then they would always say, eat it with 2 slices of toast with butter and then some kind of juice, like whether it be orange juice or whatever. And that was kind of the meal. And a lot of people grew up eating that way. But I think, like in hindsight, eating that way really doesn't fill you up. And I know, like, I would be starving by like 10:30 if I ate. Like if I went to school, and let's say school started at like 7:30, I would eat at like 6:30, 6:45, roll out the door at 7, ride the bus, get to school 7:25. I was in there, but usually by 10:30, I would be starving because I never ate any protein. And so what I found was that when I went away to college, most of the people didn't really understand what a balanced meal was. And they would just like really load up on whatever it was they wanted. So if it was cereal in the morning for breakfast, they would have, vats of it because it was available. They would give it to you available. And then, some people would drink 4 and 5 glasses of milk have 2 and 3 cups of yogurt, which is all, very carby. Well, not all carby, but, a lot of it's carbs. And like eating tons and tons of cereal is very carby and very little healthy nutrition. So anyway, so that being said, this whole thing has kind of gotten me to this place where I said, okay, we have to stop eating all this processed food as much as we can. And also moving to the country, being around the farmers markets, we had more access to fresh vegetables and things like that. So anywho, so this is kind of, like my abbreviated story of where I came. But I just want to tell you today, at least so far, one of the positive aspects of this. So anyway, but let me get back to the chat. So anyway, so that's my plan today, is just to talk a little bit about some of these, every about 10 years, there's always a new food fad. And, or maybe it's even a little bit more than that, but you understand what I'm saying. There are all these fads in food, and I'll go and I'll talk a little bit about that, but I'll show you some of the latest food things that I just heard today. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today. I don't have any new and exciting meals. Like I'm just going to, like my husband and I were running around this morning, and we ended up eating at like 4:00. So we really, so dinner's kind of like a bust right now in terms of that. But anywho, let me just say hi to everybody. And I'll get back to where I was. So sorry if I'm talking too much there, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of background of where I'm coming with all this. Okay. So anyway, there's Joy, and everyone's saying hello. Hello. Yeah, good to see you, Joy. Katrina, I saw, okay, that's so far we got though. Butterroll Boutique, good to see you. Oh yeah, now Katrina, this is interesting. I want to make sure I don't miss this. So you said you refuse to buy the jarred fruit. You just buy this fresh stuff and blend it up really well. And she loves that. Yeah, her daughter. Yep. So that's better than the stuff you get in the store. And ding, ding. I mean, I'm just like, ready? Yeah. I think that's the way to go. I haven't looked at baby food because my kids are like 45 at this point. No, they're not, but they're, they ate so long ago. I don't know what baby food looks like. It got a little better. Like I think when they came along, because they started taking out all the salt and sugar. And so I know like that stuff, I guess it's Gerber, might be Gerber. It came in a little square containers, was really, really bland compared to the stuff that was coming in the jar. And they didn't seem to add anything. I don't know if that's still the case, but anyway, but the jarred fruit, I think, is like you're doing your daughter a favor. And I think if you can get her started eating everything and as much healthy stuff as possible, as long as when she starts out in her life, she'll never lose her those habits. You know what I mean? So that's good. And you're saying they're much cheaper than buying that to buy the real fruit. See, that's interesting. Yeah, those packaging. Anytime there's packaging and marketing, you're going to pay a little bit of money. So anyway, there's Butterroll Boutique. Good to see you. And everyone's saying hello. And Dark Sky, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming today. Good to see you. Okay, everyone's saying hi. So anyway, so I don't know if you guys remember, but like, the whole thing with food, I think everyone's confused because there's all these crazy fads that come through. And I'm just thinking of like, what were the most common fad? Like the one fad that I remember was they were saying you can't eat eggs. This was back in the 80s, I guess. And they're like, oh, eggs are bad for you. There's high cholesterol, blah, 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 blah. And so people kind of stopped eating eggs. And then somebody did study. I don't know who did the study. That's the whole thing. You have to sort of go out and do your own research and figure out who it is. Whoever is doing these studies, you have to sort of really look at where this information is coming from. But the bottom line is, then a few years later, they were like, eggs are great. They're high in protein. They're cheap. They used to be. And, on and on and on and on and on. So, what you find is that, the diet and what people believe is good for you and not good for you, it's terrible. Like, it's very confusing. and that's all I'm saying. So anyway, Butterroll saying, hey, everyone's saying hello. And these are all my supporters. Nightbot will drop them periodically. And there's Kenneth. Oh, hey, good to see you. You must have jumped in there somehow. Everyone's saying hi. We got Natural Nene. Good to see you. We got Together We Break the Chains. Oh, good to see you. Yeah, praying your day is blessed. Yes, thank you so much. Okay. So anyway, so what I wanted to do today was just to talk about, well, like I said, getting back to Katrina. Katrina just had a baby 7 months ago. And the biggest thing like I said, that she can do for her daughter is to try to get her eating everything, vegetables, fruit, whatever, meat, whatever. Just get her started on a nice broad diet. And I think that's the ticket. So like I said, what I was saying was when I was in college, a lot of these girls really did not understand what a balanced meal was. And they were just eating like, oh, I'm going to eat a pizza today. Oh, I'm going to eat popcorn today. Oh, I'm going to eat a baked potato and nothing else. I mean, like literally nothing else and things like that. And I said, you've got to be starving. Like that's just not enough in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a nutritionist, but I have to say, hey, like that's a weird thing to eat. Just a potato, just a bowl of cereal, you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, what I want to do is, so what happened was today, the FDA, usually what they do is, the Food and Drug Administration. Anyway, the U.S. federal government put that agency together to try to stop. Like there was a time when people were like adulterating a lot of food and drugs and selling kind of stuff that wasn't really what it was supposed to be, or it wasn't what was on the label was not in the actual product and things like that. So it was a good safety thing that happened. But one of the things that happened was, and I don't know if you guys are all aware. So anyway, my family has some lactose intolerance. We have lactose intolerance in my family. And we had to go out and buy Lactaid because like all my kids and my husband eat a lot of cereal, speaking of cereal. And they drink milk, with their meals and stuff. But anyway, the long story short is because of this lactose intolerance, there's been all these products that have come out on the market. So there's, you guys can name them, oat milk. What's the other one? Almond milk, soy milk, rice milk, all this. And basically the FDA today said that for now, they're going to allow these companies to continue calling these products milk. Now, the thing that's interesting is none of these products contain milk. and milk is the mother's milk of cows, right? Yeah. Well, but the problem is almonds don't have milk because an almond is not a live, it's a nut. Same thing with, oat milk. I mean, it's bizarre. So I don't know how all these products came on the market and that they let them kind of perpetrate this situation where it's like, oh, yeah, we're milk. Well, they're not. Now, they're using it as a milk replacement, but they're not milk. So anyway, so the FDA periodically will go through it and review products, especially if I think what may have happened, I'm just guessing here, that the dairy farmers, because they have a strong lobby, they may have said, hey, why are we letting these people call everything milk when it clearly is not milk, right? So I don't know. What do you guys think of that? And I'm going to go back in the chat and see we got a few more people. So, but anyway, don't you think that's interesting? The fact, and I did say hi to Natural Nene. Good to see you. Everyone's saying hello. But yeah, I mean, I think that's very, very interesting that, that the FDA, and they periodically go through and review certain food items. Now, the one thing that I would have to say is, now the FDA has had, in my opinion, some positive and negative things the actions that they've taken in the past. But, I think all in all, they're trying to keep tabs on people's safety. At least I think they are. And I don't know if you guys all believe that. But anyway, I just found that really interesting. So anyway, so that's kind of the reason why I sort of started talking about food just in general was that, when my husband and I moved to this area, we have more farmers in the area, like it's pretty country. And I noticed that there's all this fresh food that we never had before. You know what I mean? Because we lived in the city and we moved out. And so one of the things that we, like I said, I think it was like around October or so, I said, I'm so sick of this weird food. Because we were eating, because we're by ourselves, we were eating out and we were eating not a lot of fast food, but just kind of here and there. Like we have, I do have a problem with Wawa. If any of you guys have those around you, I do enjoy that kind of stuff, and just like sandwiches and things like that. Yeah, lactate. Yeah, yeah. So lactate's okay. I mean, because it's actually milk from a cow. You know what I mean? Because but all they do is they take out which the lactose is the sugar in the milk that a lot of people have difficulty processing. So anyway, so there's that. So that's okay. But like I said, but this oat milk and rice milk and soy milk, and there's like one more. I know I'm missing one. But anyway, so Mama Four Boys, welcome in, welcome in. Listen, I forgot to drop my banner. I always do this. There it is. You know what to do if you guys want to link up with everybody. So anyway, but let me show you this article. And we got Zoila. Hey, good to see you. And did I miss Jesse? Yes, you popped in there. Hey, Jesse, the crafty gypsy. Good to see you. Oh, you were not late. So anyway, so I just wanted to. Oh, okay, I like this. So together we break the chain. Said I tasted almond milk and it was nasty. It's very watery. So if you are a cereal eater, forget about it. Like none of this stuff is equivalent to like milk. And now I don't know if do you guys still drink whole milk? Do you drink 2%, 1% skim? Like where are you guys at with the milk? If you guys are still drinking milk. And I'll tell you where we are. But everyone's saying, hey. But yeah, it's very interesting. So like I said, there's two rants that I have, and if you guys, probably know this already. Oh, Carol, how are you? CCC&M? Yes. She's checking in. Check attendance. Okay, good to see you. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, about oh my goodness, I just forgot. I just lost my train. Yeah, Wawa.
The rants.
Oh, the rants. Okay, so there's two rants. So anyway, so my husband and I realized that we were eating a lot of sugar. That's it. And then I did a little bit of research, and I can also, I don't know if I put it back in the, no, I did not today put it in the description, but I will do that later. But I just noted, so anyway, so what started me on this whole thing was I was learning that there are two YouTube channels that if you guys are interested, I can do it behind the scenes. So you can either reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook, and or my email address if you don't have either one of those. And I'll tell you what the channels are. And I want you, if you want to check them out, check them out. There's two channels, and it's very interesting. They're both not physicians, but they are diet people, I would say. In other words, sort of dietitian-y. One is a chiropractor. I cannot remember what kind of ancillary. I think they might both be chiropractors. But the bottom line is I found these people on YouTube, and they both have almost the same story. And the bottom line is they were saying, hey, we all need to avoid sugar in diet, right? And what I mean by sugar is like high fructose corn syrup. Well, for me especially, and it's in everything. You know what I mean? Some examples: it's in baked goods, anything that looks like a cake, a cookie, or a cracker, all has high fructose corn syrup. And I misplaced my statistics, but they were saying that if you compare to people from the early 1900s to people today, we're eating probably 20 or 30 times more sugar in our diets than people did back then. And as you've noticed, people have continued to balloon. People are getting bigger despite having better food, allegedly better food, and things like that. And the one thing that, and I haven't talked about this in a while, is high fructose corn syrup. And like I said, it's in everything. It's in soda. So the biggest thing is soda. So we're trying to wean ourselves off of soda. My husband enjoys, soda here and there. And we've really, tried to cut back on those kind of things. And then juices. So Katrina, for your daughter, just be real careful with the juices, because a lot of times they can add, sugar to those also. You know what I mean? So it's really the added sugar. So like fruits and things like that have, natural sugars in them. And those don't seem to be quite as bad for your body, unless you have diabetes or something like that, right? But the bottom line is if you eat a candy bar, you eat a cookie, a cracker, a cake, there's going to be some high fructose corn syrup in there. And also high fructose corn syrup is in a lot of salad dressings, which I was really surprised to hear. So that's my big rant. So I said, if I could do the best that I can to avoid some of this stuff, I'll try it. And then the other thing is a lot of the white flour. And, white flour kind of metabolizes in your body as sugar. So, and every time you eat, basically, what happens is you eat your meal, your pancreas secretes insulin, and it has to deal with the sugar. And what insulin does is it breaks down the sugar in a reasonable way so that your body can use it for energy, right? And over time, this type 2 diabetes, my understanding is, people's pancreases are like burning out and their livers are burning out from all this sugar. And so like I said, you can do your research, and I put some links in the description that talks about this whole thing with the sugar and the thing with the food. And if you go back to a couple of the live streams that I've done, probably, and what I'll do is I'll have to put a link in the description where I talked more about the mechanism with high fructose corn syrup. So basically, high fructose corn syrup blows your liver out over time. If you have too much of this in your system, right? And if you see the people with the big belly, so usually, and the way these two YouTube people talk about it is they say, if you have that, usually you see these skinny people with the big round belly. And and usually what that means is your liver's kind of going, what the heck? I don't know what to do. It's inflamed. You get a fatty liver. You know what I mean? So this is why we have to sort of manage our sugar intake, whether it's, white flour, wheat flour, it all kind of breaks down into sugar. And then you want to avoid this high fructose corn syrup. Okay. So anyway, so after, my husband and I were sort of, like I said, probably since October, we've been really trying to avoid eating out because you really can't control what is in your food. You know what I'm saying? And also, a lot of these products have preservatives and things like that also. So there's a whole different thing that's going on with this food. But anyway, the good news is without exercise, my husband has a pretty happy story. So I just want him to share.
What?
Oh. Yeah, don't you what? You know what I'm doing.
Sorry.
Yeah, come on over.
Distraction.
I know, he's like, anyway. All right. So, Mr. I bring it. So what happened when we went to the doctor?
So the last couple of times I was in the doctor's office, I was usually weighing around, teetering on the 198 to about 200 pounds. And then after we started doing the juicing and eating cleaner and staying away from the fast foods, my last visit, I was down to about 185.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and the doctor was happy. I was like, we did nothing other than eat reasonable food. I mean, that's really it. You know what I mean? So, so that's good. Yeah, and I think he's broken his the M company. Oh, there's Laura. Hey, good to see you. And there's Racy.
Which M company?
The one that people eat. A lot of people eat there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just stay away from the fast food if you can.
If you can. And just as a side note, and this is an old documentary, but just to kind of bring it full circle. I don't know if you guys saw the documentary Super Size Me, but it came out probably 2000. It's so old now, or 98, 2000. But anyway, the whole, not to spoiler alert, but it's on YouTube. And the whole thing with Super Size Me, McDonald's used to do that Super Size Me where you could buy the really big drinks and they would give you these really large fries. And I
ate them all.
And he ate them all. Yeah. Well, anyway, in the documentary, basically the way it worked was this guy said, I want to see what happens if I eat McDonald's 3 times a day for 30 days. Yeah. And needless to say, let's just say his liver was screaming. Like he was developing health problems.
Turning green.
Yeah, he was turning yellow like jaundice. Yeah, it was really bad. and I hate to spoil, but I just think like I just want, I really want to like paint that picture that your liver. I mean, your liver can regenerate itself a little bit, but you don't want a chance, having to get a liver transplant. But he was pretty close to, getting one. So just something to think about. And it was only because, and what happened was he kind of got addicted to McDonald's. He never really ate it before, but when he ate it 3 times a day for 30 days, he was almost going, ooh, it's almost time for lunch. And he would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He would try to eat everything on the menu that was available at the time. And then if the people said to him, do you want a supersize? Because they don't do that anymore in McDonald's. But at the time, if they said, do you want to supersize it? He would go, yes. And then after a while, at first he was kind of laughing. He was just kind of like, this is great. And then over time, he was like, I can't wait if they ask me. Like he got really happy about it. So anyway, like I said, all this excess food and stuff like that really affected his liver. And he was getting a fatty liver. And that's kind of what a lot of this high fructose corn syrup in excess, sugar in your body can do. All right. So anyway, so my husband has good news. I did not weigh myself or anything like that, but we have been more active also. I mean, more walking, I would say, and things like that. But it's good news that he has lost weight, and it was, like a month or two. It wasn't long. It was really quick. So anyway, hands. Okay. All right. So you good?
Yep.
All right. He wants to go, so he's out here.
Yeah. Good luck.
So anyway, just some food for thought. All right. So let me go to the comments here. Hi, Moses. I bring it.
Hello.
It's funny. All right. So we got, Frugal Mama. Good to see you. We got Laura Power. Yay, Laura. Good to see you. On Facebook. Nice. And Racine's here. And I think I said hi to Joy. I want to make sure. Okay, so let's go back to the milk. Okay, yeah, this is what I want to hear, the milk. So milk is interesting. Okay, all right, let me see. Let's go back to the milk. I want to hear. So Joy is saying she does skim. Yeah, and I kind of went to skim also. Nana Michelle said, oh, hey, welcome. You're lurking tonight. I want to be the show. Nice. Yes. And you don't drink milk, Carol. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. And everyone's saying hello. Hello. And Steve doesn't drink milk either. Yeah, it's well, here's what my theory about milk is. Milk is great when you're 1 to 3, 4, like in those growing years, because really what's milk for, right? What's mother's milk for? I mean, well, cow's milk is mother's milk, right? And the whole idea of in the first year of life, the baby is supposed to double its weight, right? In the first year. Boy, it's been so long since I've had kids. Katrina can correct me. I think it's the first year. They're supposed to double their weight. And that's what milk is for. It's really, like, I think for grown-ups, it's not as crucial because we're done growing. You know what I mean? But, but people do like the taste. Like I had my one roommate in college drank it by the gallon. I mean, it was shocking. She'd get 3 or 4 glasses and down them. That was what she did with her food. It was crazy. So let's see. Oh, and Linda's saying it depends on who picks it up. Me, whole milk, hubby, 2%. Okay. So anyway, good to see you. So that's really interesting. So let me show you a little bit about this thing from the FDA. So I put all these links in the description. And let's see. I said hello. Frugal Mama, good to see you. And everyone's saying hello. Oh, we got Who the Knitter. Good to see you. And so anyway, but I was really surprised that my husband dropped that much weight, and we really did nothing. I mean, other than stop eating a lot of the processed foods, and then like I said, we also gave up, the fast food. So yeah, congratulations. I know it's amazing. Oh, hey, Ashley, good to see you. MOBS, good to see you. Yeah. So anyway, so that's where we are. I mean, that I think like I just wanted to sort of give you guys. Like I said, I just wanted to put out here some food for thought for everybody. Oh, you got off the bottle at 12 months. They went drinking only water. Wow. That's amazing. That is cool. Yeah, I mean, I drank milk as a young person, like maybe until I was about 6, and then then I didn't want it anymore. Coffee. I like that. So anyway, Frugal Mom was saying, hey, there's Katrina's link there. There we go. So my fingers are not moving here. Oh, Good Eats Homestead. All right. Yeah, milk is meant for babies. That's right, Nana Michelle. Not a regular human consumption for all animals. Yep, I'm lactose intolerant, so no milk. Right. And Butter Rolls saying hello to Wellness and Good Eats. And Good Eats is saying hi to Butter Roll. Nice. All right. So let me share my screen. I have so much to look here. so I'll show you the FDA's thing that they sent over today. And hopefully I can find it. Let's see if I have the right screen here. I have way too many tabs open, so I apologize if anything crazy happens here. Okay. Oh geez, I've got too many things open. This may be the first thing. Oh, but let me give you this thing first. And this is the other thing that came on the screen also. So so apparently there are additives in Europe that are banned in the United States. I mean, sorry, got it backward. There are additives that are used in the United States that are banned in Europe. And these people seem to think that this is making Americans sick. Now, this was February 20th, a couple of days ago, 2022, the CBS. And so here's what it is. So it says that in bread, there's this thing called potassium bromate that the United States uses, but it's banned in India, China, and Europe. And it's a suspected carcinogen. So very, very interesting. Now, what do they do? They said it comes in the form of fine crystals or powder, and it strengthens the dough. And it's estimated to be present in more than 100 products. Okay. And then there's other chemicals that I'm not going to get into each of them, but you can go on and do your research. And I left the link to this in the description. So that's the first thing that I saw a couple of days ago. And it's definitely in bread. And, the U.S. bread is not the best for people, especially like a white bread. And, this is one of the reasons. And also, like I said, bread, makes your blood sugar spike, and then your body's fighting it with this, that your liver's excreting this insulin. Anytime you eat, your body kicks out insulin and it has to deal with whatever you're putting in. Right. So if you're putting, a lot of this white floury stuff in your body, and now with this potassium bromide being a possible carcinogen, it's a little bit something to think about. Like bread is really, really interesting in the United States. So you have to be really careful. But I put the link to that in the description. Let's see. I'm going to go through a little bit of these additives, and then I'm going to show you the, let's see. And the link to this is already in here, but let's go in here. Let's see. So this is from the FDA. This was from 2010. And actually, this was updated in 2018. But basically, there's a nice little PDF file that you can pull off of this link, and it's right here. And you can do that. But I'm just going to just talk about a few things. So basically, additive is anything that's added to a food item, right? And then they said there's thousands of ingredients that they use, when they throw things in here. And this is, like I said, what I'm trying to get back to, why we all should make a lot of this stuff on our own to avoid a lot of this stuff. Now, these are the reason that they say that that these additives are added to food. Now, the majority of it is freshness. You want to make sure that mold and things like that and botulism don't end up in food. Yeast and fungi, mold, things like that. Maintaining the nutritional value. Like a lot of times they'll add in vitamins if something's been stripped in the process. They call it fortification. So there's that. And they do that, I notice, a lot in cereals. um, to improve the taste and texture. And they say, like, what is an additive? It's just any substance that you add to food. And, they do it for color, and it's interesting because one of the examples that they gave that's banned in Europe is like the cereal Fruit Loops in the United States. Like a lot of people eat that. And the reason that it's banned in Europe is there's all these colors added to that. So, they're saying like, this is not good for you. You don't need this. We would rather not have that in our food. The other example that they gave was Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew had this bromated. I can't remember the exact name of the product, but it was like this bromide that was added to the soda. And Mountain Dew apparently has taken it out in the United States, but Europe had banned this. So it's interesting that Europe is a little bit more forward thinking, I guess, in terms of getting rid of all these extra preservatives. So like I said, this is why I say that like food is very, very complicated. And so you really have to make good choices for yourself. Okay, let me see. So there's dyes, there's all kinds of things. And they think that they may be causing all this, childhood, issues that you see in schools and things like that. So I don't know. We don't know, but it's interesting. Now they're talking about how do they add minerals to fortified cereals. They say it can change the taste, the color, and they say they in general they're heat stable, so they add A and E, vitamins A and E. And they bake it right in. You know what I mean? So so you have to say to yourself, like, you could just eat an apple, and you're going to get your vitamin C and some other vitamins and minerals in there. But like like these companies are adding kind of a chemical vitamin to it when like you don't need to do that. So anyway, so there's preservatives, there's sweeteners, and we talked about the sweeteners. Like the big thing for me is try to avoid that high fructose corn syrup and other stuff. I mean, there's also saccharin, all those artificial sweeteners. Like I still say, if it's made in a chem lab, you probably shouldn't eat it. I mean, that's just my opinion. And I took chemistry for many years, and I kind of say, yeah, no, thank you. I messed around with a lot of stuff in the lab, and I wouldn't want to eat any of that. But there's color additives. There's some spices. They say in pudding and pie fillings, gelatin, cake mixes. So this stuff is in everything. Flavor enhancers. Like one example is MSG, monosodium glutamate, hydrolyzed soy protein. Let's see, what's the other one? Oh yeah, there's fat replacers. So they put this in here to make the texture of like baked goods better. And one is like Alestra. Like I've heard that one. Carrageenan, you see that a lot. Modified food starch, guar gum. Yeah, you've heard that one. Xanthan gum, whey protein concentrate. All these really odd things that they put in food. But anyway, I'm just gonna jump from that. But you know what I'm saying? Like there's some stuff to think about. Let me see anything else. But anyway, this is the FDA site here that let's see. So anyway, but this is what the FDA site looks like. Let me just see if let me put it over here. But this is what it looks like, and they talk about all kinds of stuff on here. But you can do a search here, and it talks about the food and the drugs and medical devices and other things, tobacco, everything, cosmetics. Yeah, that's another thing that's in the on the FDA websites. They test all these things. So anyway, so yeah. It's very interesting, but let me just see. I'm going to go back. I'm going to make sure I got the right tab here. Yeah, let me make sure I get this here. I wanted to show you. So I was kind of reading. So in this one thing here, they talk about some of the types of ingredients that you can find in food, and they go through and they tell you what each one of these does. And I was sort of just reading from that. But these are some good links here, and hopefully you all can see this. FDA.gov is the main site. And then you can go in there and just explore. But the American Dietetic Association, there's a link there, and it's called eatingright.org. I like it. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, fsis.usda.gov. There's a meat and poultry hotline. If you ever get anything scary, I guess they want you to report stuff like that. There's a Food and Nutrition Information Center in Beltsville, Maryland. That's part of the FDA. So anyway, there's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, foodallergy.org. So anyway, just some things like that. I just want you guys to think about there. And then this is the, let me see, go to this one here. Oh, this is, oh no, let me see. I don't want to, I'm going to stop sharing just for a moment. But let me get back to the chat. And then I can see where we are. Okay. So anyway, oops, I should have hid that comment. Sorry. So anyway, what do you guys think? I mean, it's crazy, right? All these things, right? So that's why I say eating is very, very complicated. It sure is. So let me go back to a few here. Oh, I see Samoan Watchman popped in. Hey, it's all fluffy. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I like this. So this is interesting with Carol. You know, she said she doesn't drink milk, and her grandsons started drinking water after they, you know, got off the bottle at 12 months. So that's very interesting. I like it. Let's see. Good day. Yep. Good Eats is here. Yep. Hello. And yeah, and like, I like this. Nana Michelle said milk is meant for babies, not regular human consumption for all animals. And she's lactose intolerant. So pretty good there. Let me see. And then Joy says, I don't drink it that often, but I buy it for cooking in cereal. Yeah, most people eat it for cereal. That's for sure. And what's cooking? So today, so we had a late meal today. So I'm not necessarily cooking today, but I wanted to just pass on. I'm going to do a little juicing if you care to watch. I'm going to do, I've been doing it not real often, but usually if I'm, if I, like, we ate very late, like we went out early this morning and then we ate lunch at like 3, which is crazy. That's not even lunch anymore. But, so usually then I might have like juice at, in the evening. And I've been doing a lot of juicing just for, like I did it years and years ago, and then I kind of stopped, and now I'm sort of back. And it's only because we've been able to find some pretty good, like farmers markets and things like that. I mean, like I just got these apples today and these look great. You see that? That's amazing. Nice and big. Got some yellow delicious. This looks pretty good. It's got a couple little bites in there. That happens. But anyway, oh yeah, one thing I wanted to pick out. I just found some, I just picked out some things from the shelf just to sort of talk about some of the items that are in here. So these are some prunes. These are pitted prunes. I got these from the Dollar Tree. And they're dried. And I've always liked them. A lot of people don't like them, but I like them. And on the label, surprisingly, there is some preservative in here. It just basically says pitted prunes and sunflower oil. But at the very bottom, and usually when you're reading the label, the first item has the largest share of the volume and weight. So it's pitted prunes and sunflower oil. And then it has some potassium sorbate added as a preservative. And it says that here. And I'm going to see if I can get that in there. If you can see it. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can put this in here better. There we go. Yeah, pitted prunes. There you go. So you can see it right there. There it is. Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Got some water on there. But anyway, I got some nice grapes today. These look pretty good. So I got those. And then this is a cucumber that I peeled. I always like to peel a little bit of the skin off because it's very, it can be bitter like when you juice it. And then, oh, what was the other thing I wanted to show you? So I found this can of peas and carrots. All right. This can here actually says not a whole lot. This can says vegetables, and then in parentheses, peas and carrots, water. But this does have sugar in it. It says water, sugar, and then sea salt. And let me see if I can show you that. But there you go. Yep. It's like right there. Hold on. Right there. So there it is. So that's actually not like crazy. I mean, but it does have sugar. So you got to think about it. If you have diabetes, you have to keep an eye on that kind of stuff because sugar does sneak in. See how that's in vegetables, right? Let's see. Oh, okay. Now this one is obviously has sugar in it, but this is a cake mix. Okay. Let me put this down. Everyone's saying, hey. All right. Let's see. Let me go to the label on this one. Okay, now this one, anytime you have processed foods, I don't know if you can see this label, but you see how long this is? Yeah, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So enriched bleached flour, white flour, niacin, reduced iron. See, that's like a fortified thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, sugar, leavening, sodium aluminum phosphate, calcium phosphate. This is a chemistry lesson. And it goes on and on. This has cellulose in here, propylene glycol. Wow. Esters of fatty acids, cornstarch, salt, monoglycerides, xanthan gum. Okay. So you see, this may not be a good choice for people just because of all the things that are in there. And let's see my oatmeal. I think I put it away. Yeah, the oatmeal, all it has is rolled oats. Oh, let me drop. Oops, I just dropped my thing here. Here we go. Rolled oats. Here we go. But here's oatmeal. Let me see. And I show this as a, oh, here we go. Right there. Oops. It says whole grain rolled oats. That's all that's in here. Okay, so oats. There we go. So you see how the labels can be big and little. So that's insane, right? But anyway, let me go back to the chat. And actually, if anybody wants to pop up, I'm going to do a little juicing and I'll put the link in the chat. And but anyway, but like I said, my husband at least is on the right track. He's getting nice and strong. He's losing weight. He was starting to get a little bit, not a belly, but as you get older, you get a little bit of a belly. But he's doing great. I mean, he's always been kind of on the thin side. He's been fortunate. So anyway, but good day, Fluffy. Let me make sure I get you before you go. I know you're probably on your way. Let's see. All right. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, so I did almost catch up. So anyway, Brenda Michelle, who the knitter's here, and good day, Fluffy. Yep, good morning from Whit Sundays, Queensland, Australia. All right, thank you, my gorgeous friend. Yes, you too. And everyone's saying hello. We got the hey you, hey joy. But anyway, yeah, So yeah, Fruit Loops. I know it's crazy, right? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So this is one of those Mandela effects. Now, which one is it supposed to be? FROOT loops or fruit like the regular way fruit? I don't know. Because I never really ate those, thank goodness. But which one is it? You got to tell us. Some of you got here. Oh, there's Arnie. Hey. Oh, you're sideways, Arnie. How are you? You're sideways.
Hi, Kelly.
Your volume. Let's see.
Can you hear me okay?
Let me see. I want to make sure my volume's good. Yeah, it's all the way up. Yep. I can't hear you. Can you guys hear Arnie? Oh, there we are. I hear you now. Yep.
Okay.
Very good. That's perfect. Yes, good to see you. But anyway, so what do you think about all that? Isn't that crazy? With the food, is like I said, it's very hard. I'm going to close a few of these windows while I
Yeah.
So how are you feeling? How's everything?
I'm doing okay. Doing better than what I was.
Good.
Out of the hospital finally.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So how's your mom?
My mom is still in the hospital.
She's still there. Wow.
I don't
Yes.
think she'll be coming home for quite some time.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I was thinking about her earlier today. So, wow.
Yeah, because a couple of Sundays ago, she had this last stroke really did it in.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. So what I'm doing, I'm closing some windows here. So, but I'm listening. I gotta close. I have too many windows open. My poor thing is gonna explode. So we talked about the banned items. Yeah. So anyway, but anyway, there's just a lot of like weird stuff going on with the food, and I just want people to, make as many good choices as you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can, because it's hard. It really is. They've really made it difficult. So anyway, so we have some growers and homesteaders here, and I definitely think if you can, try to grow as much as you can. You know what I mean? And like for me, like I think I'm starting out with like herbs and stuff because I do eat a lot of herbs. And
yeah, we did that a few years ago. We grew peppers, cucumbers,
yes,
cherry tomatoes, regular tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And we grew it all out of 5-gallon buckets.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea. Yep. So that's what I'm thinking about. So anyway, but I'm happy that my husband is doing better. And I think he's been like asking, like he was just eating carrots, which is interesting. Like I've never seen him do that. So that's really good. Yeah, the carrots have been delicious this year. I'll show you. I peeled this carrot. Like speaking of carrots, let's knock this over. But I just peeled this earlier, and look at this monster carrot. It's crazy. See that?
Wow. That's a big one.
It's a big one. Yep. So we've really gotten some good stuff lately, and I'm just really happy. Like I feel better, I think. And hey, Lydia, good to see you. You got Lydia here. Nice to see you. So I don't know. So what do you guys think about all this? This is crazy, right? I mean, it's interesting. Like you really have to. I just think if you do a little, oh bless you. I think if you do little tweaks, it does work. And like I said, my husband and I really aren't doing a lot of working out per se, but we're just eating a little bit better. Okay, that's cool. Yep. Hey, and you can come up actually if you want. And also Butterroll Boutique. Anyone brave? Steve?
Here's one thing. One thing I discovered with milk.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting milk from Walmart. I was getting their brand, and
yes,
it was spoiling even before the posted expired date.
Yeah.
Then one day someone suggested for me to try organic milk.
Oh.
And by getting organic milk, it lasts up to 2 or 3 months at a time.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Okay.
And I really don't use milk that much. I don't go through it real quick. So
yeah.
Actually, for me, it's better in the long one because it lasts longer.
Oh, no, that's cool. Oh, yeah, Ashley's saying hi.
Hi, Ashley.
Yeah, she's saying hi to you. So anyway, yeah, so that's where we are. So I've been really thinking, like I said, this whole thing about the food has really got me thinking. And I don't know if this let me know in the chat, like if that's been helpful. And like I said, I put the links in the chat. Hopefully it's there. Yeah, I put a bunch of links in there, and hopefully it should all be there. But it's talking about the additives. And then the other thing, like I said, just stepping back is, like I said, try to get that high fructose corn syrup out of your life as much as you can. But it's hard because it's in a lot of stuff. And then also,
the mouse is working.
Oh, that's your mouse. Oh, okay. And then just like eating a lot more of those superfoods, like I talk about, like the oats, the brightly colored foods. Let me see what else. Blueberries, kale, spinach, and things like that. And then eggs if you can afford them.
Yeah. Yeah, I just brought up your channel on my PC so you can see the chat.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, the chat's it was moving. It slowed down. Oh, thanks, Butterroll. Yeah, that's good. And you're saying it's been helpful. Knows that food doesn't really taste like food. You're right, and that's what's so scary. You know what I mean? Like it's been. I really haven't been like hungry. Like sometimes you want to have a good meal. And you're just like you're ready, but then it doesn't taste right. Then it's like boring. I don't know.
Yeah.
But one thing. Oh, I wanted to show you this. My husband found this in the Dollar Tree. So your eggs went down. That's cool, Joy. Yeah. So I've been just kind of looking around for recipes, and this is from the American Heart Association. It's called Healthy for Good Cooking in Color. Cooking in Color. There we go. And let me sew this real quick, and I'll show you this. But anyway, yeah, Cooking in Color, and it's called Life is Why, Adding Color is How. Yeah. and these are some of the examples. So here's the cherry tomatoes, the avocado. That's another superfood. The lemons and the limes, and then the pretty raspberries and potatoes in color. And in here, there's a bunch of recipes. This one's portobello mushrooms. A lot of people don't like those, but if you were to do this, that would be good for you. Oh, and then Steve's saying prayers to your mom, Arnie. Steve's sending prayers.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, Steve is awesome. And then here's a broccoli. Oh, broccoli is another one of the superfoods. Broccoli, cheese, egg scramble. And they're eating it on a English muffin. So there's that. This is interesting. I never thought of this. It's tomato and ricotta toast. There it is. Tomato and ricotta cheese toast. And that'll fill you up, usually with the cheese and stuff like that. That fills you. And the eggs. And then the other thing I'll just show you real quick is if you go back to the Dollar Tree, now this is a whole nother subject, but this is talking about some of the foods that are good for keto. This is Keto Made Simple. And this was, $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And let's see. Oh, this is good. If you guys like to do brunch, at home. This is a bacon zucchini mushroom frittata, and that looks pretty good there. So these are all the things that you could eat. It'll fill you up, and pretty good nutrition. This is avocado with a fried egg, and they call it baked eggs in avocado, and that looks really good. And that's pretty simple to do if you like avocado. Oh, these are egg muffins. No, see, I've never seen that before. Egg muffins. You know what I mean? So this is the keto, and apparently there there's a series. Oh, here's one last one I'll show you. It's bacon and blue cheese deviled eggs. So a lot of this is egg based. Hold on. Let me get in the picture there. There we go. Bacon and blue cheese deviled eggs, and that's what they look like. It looks pretty good. So, but anyway, it's called Keto Made Simple. It's $1.25. It's really small. Like you may have to dig for these, because I noticed that the books of this size at the Dollar Tree are like it's sort of a hot mess. Like, and I just found this by mistake, one day, and that looks really good. It's the red peppers, and it's got olives and it looks like feta cheese and some other stuff. Looks really good. And look at this shrimp. Some kind of shrimp, something there on lettuce. It looks delicious with avocado. And so anyway, I would say find some good recipes, and then this will help you at least try to do a little planning, you know what I mean, as to what to eat. And like I said, you can control a lot more of what you get in your body if you do your own food, basically. And that's all. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, with me, I've just been doing TV dinners at the moment because I can't be on my foot that long.
Oh, right. So, but anyway, so that's kind of where that's sort of my short. Let's see. Oh, we're 59 minutes. That's where I wanted to be. Oh my gosh, that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to set this back a little bit, and I got my juicer, and I'm just going to make a little bit of green juice. I don't know if I can get this in the shot nicely here. Let's see, are we in there? We're in there. Let me see if I can push this back a little more. So, what are you up to, Arnie? I mean, now that you're home, are you? You said you're doing more TV dinners. Well, yeah, they're good for portion control, if nothing else. You know what I mean? They tend to be
just doing TV dinners, pizza, that type of stuff, because I can't be standing on my foot that long.
Right. Yeah, I know that's tough. Yeah. So I'm just throwing in my favorite stuff, and like I said, I juice to minimize. I guess the juicing is a quick way to get a lot of vitamins in. So I'm just going to make some juice, and my husband, he's been enjoying it lately. So right now I'm starting with collard greens, and I pre-wash these, but they come in bags. You can just get regular collard greens. And I'm just going to put it in the top here. Let me see if I can get that up. There we go. There we go. Ah, there we go. So I'm just putting them in there, and I just shove a bunch in there. And usually what I do is I try to get the green does stain the juicer. So I put the green in first, and then just get it out of the way. And then I sort of go and just keep going. So sorry about the noise, but here it goes. But anyway, you keep talking. Let's see. There we go. Let's start that. All right. I'm going to throw in my monster carrot. The big monster carrot. Yeah. There it goes. Yep. That's it. Yep. Here's a little bit of celery. Okay. All right. I pre-peeled the cucumber. So we'll put that in there. Yep. There it goes. You see that? All that liquid coming out of there? All right.
Yeah, I'm watching you on my TV monitor because I can see it better than this little image I have on my phone.
All right. Some grapes. And you can put the stems in. I just try to take as much of the stem away, especially like these big pieces there. Yeah. So I'm just going to cut that off. But the nice thing is you can just put the whole thing in there, and just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's a little bit of a stem went in there. Do you hear that? Yep. See how we doing? So I've been eating these. I don't know, like I'm addicted to these little baby carrots. They've been so good. I'm just like, yummy. I've been eating these. There's some blueberries. You can throw a few of those in. And then I put a couple apples and then I'm done. But I wash these first. Not a whole lot comes out with the blueberries. But I wash these first. All right. A little blueberry. All right. Then I'm going to do a couple apples with the yellow. And the kale is very bitter, so I always just use a little bit of apple just to cut it. But you can minimize. You don't have to put a lot of apple in. But the other thing that I always forget is to get some ginger. I forgot the ginger today. But I'm just making this a little bit smaller so it doesn't. But I'm gonna just use this half an apple here. And I use the apples to basically clean the machine also. They do clean the machine pretty well. All right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And I learned this just by mistake, But there it is. So right now I made a quart of juice so far. So let this drain off a little bit here. But it's done. All right. And I just basically use a hand. But there it is. So this is a quart. And I did this real fast. Ooh, did you hear that? That's crazy. So do a little bit. All right. All right, Moses. He left. That's for him. I'm drinking water, but I'm going to drink some. He's watching Big Bang Theory. He can't hear me. But anyway, I'm going to take a sip. Say cheers, Arnie. Clink.
Yeah, by making your own, you also know what's in it and all that.
Yeah. Now, some of those juices, like, I don't know, have you guys tried those juices? I forget what they're called, but they come in a square bottle, and you'll see like
fruit.
Yeah, those are interesting. Now, I haven't looked at the ingredients, so you guys, check them out and see. I don't know I don't think they add anything extra to those, but they look pretty good, But I think it's better if you do your own, honestly.
Yeah, I had them a couple times myself. They weren't too bad.
Oh, hey, Brian. Brian Lynn's here. Brian. There's his link. And
hi, Bryn Michelle.
Yeah, so what am I make? So I just made some random juice, and usually what I do is I just buy whatever looks good, and I like everything more or less. But like I usually do kale or collards, and kale can be bitter. So usually pink poo. Usually what I do is I just cut it with the apple and the blueberry. Anything sweeter seems to help out. So even carrots sort of cut the bitterness of the kale. The kale's really good for you, and that's one of those superfoods I always like to talk about because it's got a lot of good minerals and any of the leafy green vegetables. You can throw spinach in there. I know spinach is pretty bland, but kale can be very, very strong. And also, the one thing you put in there is lettuce. If you have romaine lettuce or something like that, even those weird exotic lettuces that they have in the store, like the spring mix and things like that. That's yeah. So anyway. Yeah, the eggs and broccoli look great. And check out the Dollar Tree for that book because it looks so good. Like these meals really look good. Yeah. And that's right. Steve's the chef in the house. So yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah. But anyway, I think, like I said, what I'm going to try to do is that ain't no carrot. that was Monster, right? What type of juice? So this one is this is the Jack LaLanne juicer. It's kind of I won't say it's less expensive, but like if you compare it to like some of the other ones, it's a little bit less expensive, but it works. It really squeezes out the juice from a lot of things. You can throw a sweet potato in there also, which is a pretty good superfood. But any of those brightly colored foods are good for you. So yeah, let's see, anything else? Oh, you're trying to develop a taste for avocado. Yeah, I would say, if you do it, butter roll, make sure you put lime juice on it and then a little bit of salt, and it gives it a little bit better flavor. It's kind of waxy, and then make sure it's like ripe enough. Yeah, but your eggs went down. So I had caught up. Yay. Okay. Very good. So anyway,
so you guys have avocado myself, so I don't know what it tastes like.
Yeah, just like I said, if you can get lemon or lime juice, just a little bit of that, it just gives it a nice little bite. And like I don't know if do you eat guacamole?
No.
Okay, well, not everybody does. I like guacamole, but I never make it. Like I should make it. It's not that hard. But you can put peppers. Oh, the other thing, you can put peppers in the juicer. So if you like red pepper, I like red peppers and the orange and the yellow. Those are really good. And those are good in the salad. So I've been sort of doing a lot of that kind of stuff. But like I said, my whole food journey has been very interesting. Because like I said, just one day I was watching these two channels on YouTube, and I'm not going to shout them out here, but if you guys want to know, just reach out to me and I'll let you know the channel. But they're both people who developed a really interesting view on food and exercise and eating and all that. It's all like a whole, your body, everything's all connected. The mind, the body, everything you take in, it's your temple. Like, we've all been killing our bodies with all this bad food, I know I'm guilty. And my husband, oh, M&T, good to see you. M&T, living and cooking here. Yeah, welcome in. So anyway,
M&T.
Yeah, good to see you. So that's where, like I said, just, if you look at hopefully the links are updated in my description. But like I said, I started thinking about food because of these two people on YouTube that talked about, some of the better. Yeah.
Layla, come on, move.
Uh-oh, what's the cat doing?
Yeah, I want to step on her because I'm trying to stand up.
Oh. Yeah, it's funny how your pet's staying right at your feet, like when you have to move. Oh, there's Niecy's here. Hey. Niecy had a Niecy. Hey. You got M&T living and cooking. Good to see you. Yeah, so anyway, so like I said, I was talking a little bit just to kind of sum everything up. I was just kind of talking about my food journey. And like I said, what I've tried to do is just eat more fresh foods, more unprocessed foods as much as you can. And like I said, the thing that they talked about today, or the last couple of days with the FDA, is that there's some additives and preservatives that are banned in Europe, but are still being sold and eaten here. So I left links to all this in the description. You can check it out and do your own research. But like I said, but my food journey kind of started because of, well, actually, I think maybe really it started with that food documentary, Super Size Me, back in like 98 or 99. And where the guy ate McDonald's 3 times a day for 30 days. And then you saw what had happened to his body. So anyway, it's all very interesting. But I think he kind of started me thinking about foods and just making better choices. And then, like I said, I found these two channels on YouTube that talk a lot about, they talk a little bit about keto, the keto diet. But they also talk about, eating more fresh foods and things like that. So, like I said, my husband lost about, I think it was like 14 or 15 pounds between doctor visits since I think it was like September of last year and January. And all we did was just eat less garbage. That's the only way I can put it. So this food for not for people. Oh, there you go, Brussels sprouts. That's another superfood. Nice, very good. Yes. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the superfoods. I have some of the the links to that in the in the description. Yeah, be careful out the microwave. Oh, thank you, Mater. That's so good to see you. Let me put you on the screen. Okay. Here's Mater's workshop. Good to see you.
Hi, Mater.
Hi. Oh, there's Aisha. Good to see you. Good to see you. Everyone's saying hello, and M&T, and saying hello to everybody. Yep, good. And Niecy likes Brussels sprouts. That's good. Also, asparagus. That's another one. That's good for you. Broccoli is a good one. Spinach. So any of those leafy green vegetables, kale, and since we have some growers in here, if you have time, I would say think about starting a little bit of a garden, and you can start doing your own lettuce and those leafy green vegetables like the broccoli. Well, broccoli may be a little different, but like the lettuces, spinach, things like that. But also onions and garlic are good for you. They're good for the cardiovascular system. Carrots are good for the eyes. That's what they say. Eat your carrots. So, so anyway, so that's how my journey sort of started in that, and I've just kind of continued that, I guess, down the road. So if anybody has any good stuff to report that you've started doing, I know Samoan Watchman said he's been doing salads for lunch, which is pretty good. Let's see, Dark Sky. Oh, you lost 20 pounds? What? Eating better. Mm-hmm. And no exercise. Okay, due to health issues. That's right. See? I mean, it can be done. And so I would say you got to stay away from, especially that fast food is a killer. I mean, I shouldn't say killer, but it's, it's heavy in fat and things like that, and sugar.
Yeah.
Which you don't need, We're sweet enough. We're sweet enough that we are. Yep.
Restaurant food too, in a way.
Mm-hmm. Now something I heard. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, because for me, it's been like a month since I haven't been to like any like family type restaurants and stuff like that. I'm actually feeling better than what it was.
That's good.
Because going to those restaurants, I was like getting a stomach ache and
oh my,
really bad reflux, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Let's see. So let's see. Let's do this one. Oh, you've been stress eating. Oh, there we go. There's Nisi. Yes. She eats mushrooms. So hold on. Well, she's eating a lot of good stuff. Let's see. So you eat mushrooms. Oh, you're cheating. Okay. No, see, that's something, Arnie, you can do yourself. Stuffed pepper is not too difficult. That's actually pretty easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I made it myself before.
Yeah, but you just got out of the hospital, so you can rest up. I mean, you get the pass. Let's see. So Nisi said she's been stress eating for 5 months. Got to get back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just take a walk. Do that meditative, the praying, the meditation, the walking, all that stuff. Continue your crochet. And that helps a lot. And then also too is pre-planning your meals as much as you can in advance. It sort of helps out on some of that too. And the other thing that we started doing is we started buying less garbage, snacks and things like that. And that's helped a little bit. And M&T said, we've planted all of our stuff for salads. Yeah, very good this year. Nice. Carrots are good for the eyes. That's what Mater's saying. Have you ever seen a rabbit wearing glasses? That's a good point. Yes, sugar is the killer. It is. Yeah, so, high fructose corn syrup, like if you can get rid of it. And then also, as much as I love to bake and stuff, all the baked goods, for me, that's like the hard one. I hate to give those up, but cakes, cookies, those things like that. So let's see. Oh, Steve loves avocado. Nice. One saying hi. Let's see. M&T. Drop your link. Yep. Very good. Nice. So everyone's speaking. There's the Mater's workshop. Check him out. And let's see. You got Jay Jordan.
Hi, Tina.
In there? Getting there. Oh, there's Steel Sky. Okay.
Hi, Samoan Watchman.
Yep. Are you leaving us? Oh, don't go shopping while you're hungry. That's good. Yep. Oh, there's Tina.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I've done that many times.
Yeah. And so what do you end up buying? Like when you're hungry? Oh, sorry. I made you do that way. You just took a bite. Like my husband gets funny, like with that, with the food when he's hungry. I have to go, don't look at that stuff. Let's keep going. Because he gets hungry like real fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can wait a little bit. And he's like, hungry now, That's a good tip. Yep.
Yeah, usually what I buy is I'll buy like hamburger to make hamburgers, taco. I made a meatloaf a couple nights ago.
Oh yeah.
They even gave my neighbor a little leftover thing because they had so much of it.
Oh, you did. That's nice. Okay, there's Bread Michelle.
Every so often I'll make stuffed pork chops.
Ooh. Oh, that's and those are real easy, very quick meals, and pretty much it covers like what you're doing. You know, I mean, it takes about the same amount of time as if you were to go to a restaurant. You know what I mean? or
Yeah.
fast food. Yeah, those like a chop. Any kind of chop is so fast. Lamb chop, pork chop, steak. You know, a salmon fillet, any fish fillet. Like those are really fast. You can really cook those pretty quickly. You know, instead of eating fast food. It was Robbie. Hey, Robbie Bird, good to see you. So anyway, so that's it. But like I said, hopefully these links are in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the description. So I left a link to the FDA website that talks about some of these additives, you know, that are still used in the U.S. but not used in Europe. You can take a look in there, and but like I said, there's one thing that was in Mountain Dew, and then some of the coloring. But there's this I think it was potassium bromide that they put in bread, and that was the big thing that they were talking about on the link that I left. And they say that it's a known carcinogen, so you know you might want to get that. Like I said, I think the worst thing that you can buy, one of the worst things I'm finding is bread in the U.S. is really tough to find healthy breads, you know, in the store.
Yeah.
Because it all has a lot of preservatives and things like that. So anyway, there's Brian Lynn's link. Let me go down a little further. But anyway, I'm so glad that everybody could come in, and I really appreciate, you know, all the support, you know, for the food, because this is like a weird thing for me to do. I'm usually not like this preachy or whatever, but it's just driven me crazy. And if you want to know the 2 YouTube channels I write, just reach out to me either on Instagram or Facebook, or use my email address. I'll pass on those nutrition sites. And but they're on YouTube, and they are a wealth of information that you'll like. And let's see, we got
my doctor's yelling at me too to eat better. And he yelled at me when I told him I was eating TV dinners because of my foot. But
yeah, but you're recuperating, so you know it is what it is.
yeah.
Then, Dark Sky loves junk food. When I crave it, I try to eat a small portion of fruit. There you go. Baby carrots, cherry tomatoes, nice on the healthier side. And also drink water, because they say sometimes that'll kill a little bit of the crazy craving, you know. And let's see, butter roll saying hello. And there's Grass by the Rose link. And let's see. Thanking some of my supporters. Brian Lynn, welcome in. Long time no see. I see you every now and again. It's good. Oh, Ezekiel bread and sprouted bread. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of those. I've never tried those yet. Uh-oh. This Samoan Watchman, did he just, oh my word. Samoan Watchman, did you just do that again? Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I gotta go back up. I missed you, so he gave me a super chat. Nice. I have to make my husband dance. Somebody has to dance. But thank you so much.
Super chat. We got a super chat.
There you go. Thank you, Arnie. Thank you so much. Let's see if I can put this on. There we go. There we go. Yeah. 7:47. Okay. Yeah, I just missed you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I looked down for like 1 second. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, this monetization is very interesting. It's like it takes a while, you know, to get things going. So I appreciate it very much. And like I said, Dave, I also appreciate you coming up last night. So there he goes. There's Katrina. All right. Here we go. So there's Simone Watchman. Thank you so much. Is that that's the hang loose. Yep. And there's Katrina. Thank you so much. And there's your hang loose. Nice.
Super chat. We got
all right.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Actually, there's Butter Roll Boutique. All right. Thank you so much. All right. This is exciting. So anyway, thank you so much. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. Go, Arnie. Here you go. There's Butter Roll Boutique again. M&T's clapping. Yay! And then we get, yes, the fast food, the junk food, we all have to cut back. That's right. So that's the thing, So that's all I wish for the people that I love. Just just take a minute and think about what you eat before you do it. You know what I mean? Because you have family and friends who are depending on you, and the other thing I'll get off my soapbox is everybody, there are a lot of people, type 2 diabetes, I think, is one of the epidemics.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, in the United States, and probably in the world. I don't even know. But I really think that there's easy ways. Not easy. It's not easy, but I think it's small little steps. And some of you guys who just came in, so my husband lost like 15 pounds in like 3 months or 2 months or something, and we just started eating more fresh foods and things like that. Who else? Yep, there you go, Steve. Yep, that's it. Yeah, Arnie didn't get my super. Oh, she. Oh, okay. Butter Roll Boutique wants a song.
Oh, we got another super chat. Yay!
That's great. And thanks, Dark Sky. Got another one. Got to do it again. Poor Arnie's trying to eat. Okay. I want to say you're super. I'm stealing Jeanette DOY. She goes, "You're super, which I think is hilarious. So hopefully that's good. See, I know what I'm gonna do. I gotta find some songs. I have to get Jay Jordan to like do something crazy. He'll do it because he's,
Yeah.
Oh wow! So friend Michelle saying, "We got a super chat." Sorry, I have a friend doing the diabetes shot to lose weight. Oh no! Tell her not to do that. No, that's that. Oh, anyway, yeah. Let me tell you, that's so scary because I see. All right, well, tell your friend Michelle that. I worked in that industry for a minute, and I've seen a lot of things. I'm just going to put it that way. And those side effects a lot of times don't pop up until years later. And I'll just put it that way. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's something that I want to mention.
Sure.
There's one of them that I take, and there's such a shortage where it's hard for me to get it at times.
I think that's the one she's talking about.
Yeah, because people are using it for weight loss.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Also, Owen Watchman does have a beautiful voice. He's our new Teddy Pendergrass. I don't know. Or something. Yep. There's Panama City. Sky dancing. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I mean that just be careful, like I said, with those medications, because what I've noticed is, they think they're perfectly safe, initially, and then it's like 10 years later. I'm just picking a number. It's not always 10 years, but I'm saying it's always like sometime later. And then they find out, oh yeah, it does this, that, and this and that. So, yeah. Well, she said, yeah, I know. My doctor almost tried to get me on it. And I said, no, wow. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yes, you. Oh, now let's see. Steve's saying, now that's my kind of eating, stuffed pork chops with shrimp on the inside. Wow, that sounds really good.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound good. Yeah. Any kind of chop, like I said, you can cook those in I won't say it's 20 minutes, but it's, under 30, especially if they're not real fatty. You can broil those. Oh, my goodness. They taste real good. Anyway, that's that. That is hilarious. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, like I said, be careful. I've seen some stuff, and I'll just put it. I've seen some things that you don't want to be a part of. Yep. So anyway, there's Katrina's link. Thank you, Katrina. Again, Katrina's Crochet World. And yeah, crazy how drugs getting used off. Yes. Yeah, because they're really not supposed to. I mean, there's a reason why. And it happens all the time. And people really need to be careful. Sometimes you get away with it, but sometimes you don't. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of scary, So anything else? Anybody have any? This is like the church announcements. Any church announcements before we go? Anyway, there's Arnie's link. And Steve's giving the hearts. Yeah. Let's see, what else did I miss? Yep, off label. We got Fusa Poop from Brian Lynn. Thank you. And there's Arnie's link there. Check out Arnie. Arnie's a good supporter. Oh, you just saw broccoli and cheddar compressed into a burger patty. Looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I'll give a shout out to one of my favorite veggie things. If you guys are into it, I met a Hindu a few years ago, and he was saying, "Oh, can you? I can't get out of my office. Can you pick me up like two veggie burgers from Burger King?" And I was like, "What?" Anyway, Burger King has a veggie burger that isn't half bad. It's a little salty, If you have a salt, you might want to watch out, but it's pretty good. It's not a bad, if you want to watch your meat intake or whatever. But that's interesting. Yeah, and they do something kind of like that. You'll see like carrots and things in the burger. So
yeah, so I pretty much stay away from. I rarely use it for anything.
Right. Yeah, that's a big thing. Baked chicken seasoned with rice pasta mix. Uh-oh. Yeah, you got to watch the salt, but those are good. Those pasta. Now you could do your own pasta, and start putting in your own favorite not minerals, herbs. That's right. My husband gave me this thing too. I forget where he got this from. I don't know if this is the Dollar Tree too, but he's got fresh ideas about herbs. There's some recipes in there. Whoops, there we go. Yeah, but like I said, if you guys get if you like the Dollar Tree, check this one out. This Keto Made Simple, it's good. And apparently there's a whole series on the back there. And I'll tell you what they are. One's chicken made simple, keto made simple, breakfast made simple, soup made simple, pasta made simple, and then vegetables made simple. And I haven't looked at all these other ones, but I figured I'd try these ketos. These recipes are pretty good. So check them out. All right. So anyway, let's see. We got Juanita, she spins. Oh, and there's let's see. Hi Kelly in the night bot will drop your link. That's right. Brian Lynn's laughing at me. Well, how was your juice? Oh, it's pretty good. Yeah, this one, it's a little bitter because I put more kale in. I put a lot of kale. So I could have put some more something sweeter, but that's okay. I don't mind kale. Let's see. What did Steve say? Oh, so how good is trail mix? Oh, trail mix has M&Ms in there. Want to give you the side eye. So leave that stuff alone. Oh, the other one is granola. No, it tastes great, but it's not good for you. It's very carby. So be careful. The granola. That's one of those health foods that's not really good for you.
Yeah, I'm bad. I picked up a box not too long ago.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you're on the road and you need to just throw something in your mouth, that's it's okay. I mean, oats. Actually, you're better off just eating oatmeal. Believe it or not, yeah, just oatmeal. Put some cinnamon on there. You're good. See Simone saying
throwing some
no cookies made
fresh frozen fruit, whatever.
Yeah. See, there you go. Arnie's got this. You got this. All right, thumbs up. Thank you, Steve. So anyway, but yeah, this actually was okay. I put way more kale. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty green. Yeah, and it's got a little bit of a pulp. I'm gonna have to make sure I rinse this out. Look at the pulp. There's still quite a bit of pulp in there. That's actually good because I need the fiber actually. Let's see. Oh, Brian Lynn's asking if you're okay. I think you're good. And oh yeah, granola. Yeah, see, it's got a lot of sugar. And like I said, you're better off. But here's the thing: like granola is good if you're hiking and you need a little, burst of sugar and things like that. But generally speaking, anything with added sugar, it's got some added sugar. Even granola is kind of tricky. It's always yogurt because you got to watch if the ones that have a lot of sugar in it. Like if you do Greek yogurt, or plain yogurt, you're good. Plain yogurt is yucky, right? It's not that good. Like it tastes horrible, right? Plain yogurt. You ever eat plain yogurt?
Sometimes what I'll do is if I want a yogurt, I'll take and throw in some granola cereal. Oh
yeah, and some of the yogurts have that. But just remember your sugar. You got to watch your sugar, Arnie.
Yeah.
Yep. Not that I'm your doctor, but you know what I mean. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I was at the doctor today, and he yelled at me about it.
Green Machine. I don't know that one, Samoan. The Green Machine. But any of these, so you know what happened? Aldi had a $30 juicer back in January. I missed it. I wanted to see if it was good, but I missed it. They had one. But the Green Machine, I have to look at that one. I love the Blue Machine drink. Uh-oh. Are you talking about Slurpee? Hope. Let's see. Oh, Zoila. Okay. Oh, welcome, Ernie to the panel. Hi, Blue Sky. You say hi to everybody. Wow. Good. Yep. So anyway, let's see. Thumbs up. Thank you. Everyone's saying hello. I know you love yogurt with fruit on the bottom with granola. I know. Just take a look at the sugar content, and that's all I'll say. And like I said, if you do the plain yogurt, you're a little bit better. You can add your own fruit. You know what I mean? You can get the blueberries.
Yeah.
You can do that yourself. You know what I mean? And then it's not as sugary because they do add quite a bit of sugar to yogurt. That's the only way I could eat it, actually, when I was young. Yogurt kind of became popular when I was younger, and I was just like, ugh. But the Greek yogurt is sour, and they say that sour is good for your gut. The more sour the yogurt, the better. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. Welcome back. Yeah, let's see. So we got yummy. That sounds really good. Juiced fruit sold in bottles. Yeah. So, the other thing. So this is what I do. This is hard. I usually drink it within like a half a day. Like I drink it right away usually. I don't bottle it, but like in those bottles, I think they do have preservatives. You have to take a look. What I'll do is I'll look into that for next time, and I'll see what the preservatives are. But in that link that I put in the description, it talks about some of the preservatives that are in the foods and what they do and everything, just so you know what they are. Oh, it looks just like the Green Machine. Okay. Brian's laughing at me. I wonder what I did. Oh, it's more berries. Got it. Okay. I was like, you're not talking like the bad machine. Okay. Give me some time. Oh, with the boy. Oh, little man. Okay. Gotta go. Well, thanks for stopping in. Nisi, good to see you. I'll pop in on you tomorrow, see what you're doing. Okay. You have to find, snacks are tough. This is what I'm trying to say. They're very tough. Yeah, snacks are tough because like a lot of health foods really aren't that great for you. Health foods. So, have a good night. Yep. Everyone's saying goodbye. And Brian, Doctor, I bring it. I know. Not quite. But I just read a lot. And that's what I suggest for everybody. Just keep reading. Well, you like, the Chamari. Now, that Greek yogurt is good. It's not as sour, but it's good. Yeah. Yeah, all right. That's good stuff. And that's very popular. And if nothing else, I think they try to take out a lot of the sugar. Because, if you eat the old yogurt, that stuff is pretty sugary. So anyway. But anyway, if you guys, like I said, if you're curious about those two channels, just reach out to me and I'll tell you. I won't do it here, but I'll let you guys know. And, that's your son's favorite. That's cool. All right. And you like the vanilla. Oh, the vanilla flavor. I missed that. Yeah, not as sour. Yeah, vanilla's not too bad. But like I said, all the ones with the fancy flavors like raspberry and all that stuff. Usually there's quite a bit of sugar, but you can just take plain yogurt and put your own fruit in, just to minimize that if you want. It's not the same, but you could do that. So, all right. Well, listen, you guys, thank you so much for your attention. I hope this is helpful. And like I said, I'm not like shrinking that fast. I'm a little smaller, but my husband really did well. I can't believe how much how much weight he lost, which is amazing. Yeah. So, you never know, just little choices, little tweaks, plus a little exercise will help you out, because we're all like, everybody's chunky since the pandemic. And more people are home eating and they're sitting, and all this stuff. So, Arnie, thank you. Now you have to sing. All right, I'll sing. You're super. You're super. Arnie is very super. Thank you. You have to sing your own song. That's what Joyce said. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Have a great weekend. Like I said, hopefully this helps you out. I mean, just like I said, little steps, baby steps. We'll all get there together. And then, this summer's coming. So start growing as much of this stuff as you can. You know what I mean? Containers, like Arnie, you did the buckets, right? The buckets, you put the plant in. Yeah. But there's a lot of
for a few years.
Yeah, see, there you go. So we can do this. And then the Dollar Tree has all these seeds, which I can't believe. They have a ton, so check it out. Hopefully they're not all gone. But anyway, thank you so much. Arnie, stay with me when we go. And then let's see. And then check out Daphne. Daphne's somewhere in there. Somewhere in the YouTube universe. Check out her channel too. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm going to end it. But have a good one. And thank you, Arnie, for the sticker. And everybody else also. That's pretty awesome. I really appreciate it. And this monetization stuff is really interesting and fun and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work. So thank you so much. Yep. And thank you, Dark Sky. Yes. Yes. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Bye to all. Yes. Thank you, Zoila. All right, you guys. Have a good day, and we'll see you. And thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
We're going to do the bye. We'll do the wave. Thank you. Bye.